Hey, welcome back. You are listening to Ultimate Affiliate Marketing. I am your host. It's Paul Motley here, and tonight I want to touch back on what we were talking about. We had Josh Brown on yesterday. Okay, right? Did an interview with him. Had a great time. Really kind of opened my eyes a little bit, and I think it's super important that we do realize this, because if you've been listening to the podcast for a while, and hopefully you have done, and if you haven't, if it's your first time, then I do these every day, so make sure you subscribe and you don't miss out, right? So Josh was talking about the fact that obviously his experience in education or being an educator and the way that people put courses together. And he was saying, like, you know, his students, they don't have like a 0% completion rates and stuff like that, because what I've noticed after talking to so many different people that do make courses, and these courses have made a bucket load of money as well, they still only have like a 20% completion rate, which means 20 out of every 100 people that bought their product ever completed the program. And there's got to be a reason for that. And I think there's an apathy, and also that there is an acceptance almost that this sort of thing goes on in the course creator world. And I think it's a damn shame, because people are paying this money out. And okay, there may be those which will then go ahead and refund, but I still think that the refund rates are probably still quite low. Now, let's take Blake Nubar's partner program, right, which I've been part of since January of this year, 2020. And I've done exceptionally well with it. I mean, I went through the program. I easily made my money back as soon as my funnel were launched, within 2 weeks, and excelled from there. But now there's like getting close to like 2,000 people in that in the VIP group, which means they're partners. Now I'm just wondering, out of those 2,000 people, has everybody actually completed their funnel? Has everybody launched? Has everybody made their money back? I'd be surprised. I'd love to say yes, but if I was speaking to Blake right now, and I'm sure he'd understand it, he'd go, well, this is the average, this is what happens and how it is. But what Josh was talking about yesterday was it doesn't have to be that way. And I'm not dissing Blake's program at all. I love it, and it was just something that came to mind straight away, right? So it's a super cool program, and there's a link in his show notes if you want to go ahead and partner with me on that, because I do have some wicked bonuses, and I do like to help a lot of people. Every single person that has come and joined the partner program with me actually gets my full attention to make sure they do launch. Okay, right? So that's the sort of one-on-one stuff that I offer people. But what Josh was saying was that, in the most part, a lot of courses, they put so much focus onto the marketing and the actual launch of the front end of the course, which is, the sales side of the launch itself of the program or course. And sometimes it can be a little bit, I'm not saying lacking, but maybe the structure isn't quite right for everybody in the back end. So that's what got me thinking today, because, we talked about it a little bit on the interview yesterday, but I went in deep and had a look through Josh's Facebook group. And if you didn't listen to the interview, then make sure you do. It's yesterday's interview, or episode, should I say, and there are links on there to make sure you can get into Josh's free group. But I think there's a huge gap in the market, and I don't know why no one's noticed it before. Or maybe they have noticed it, but they just kind of like accepted it and just thought, do you know what? That's just how it is, or whatever. This is why I think what Josh has to offer is super important, because I think when we actually look at it, if we are creating a course, or if you are creating a program, and as affiliate marketers, this should be something you're building towards, because, once you start getting results, people are going to start asking you how you got there, and then you can start leveraging and moving up in the world. I think there's almost like an obligation to get people results, because that's what's going to fuel the fire way better than any kind of like hoo-ha whiz-bang launch that you can do, if you can get those results for other people, not just is it great for you, because obviously you're going to get testimonials, you can get affiliates pushing your product, and you get more and more sales, which is great. But you're actually going to create a wider impact in the world. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's not just making money for affiliates that makes an impact. What makes an impact is your course or program actually delivering tangible results for people. And that's the important thing. That's what creates the impact. Now, if I was to produce a course, and I have one on the shelf right now, I keep looking at it thinking, oh, I do need to get this out. But when it comes to it, okay, yeah, sure. People pay for it and the money comes in to me. That's great and lovely and brilliant. But as I was speaking to Josh yesterday, I could disappear completely off Facebook, completely off YouTube, completely off Instagram, completely off Pinterest, completely off Quora. Everything, all those things could go, and I could just sit back and relax and do my work in the shadows. And yeah, I'll take a pay cut, but I could still live okay, right? I chose to do these podcasts. I chose to be out there on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter, and all these different platforms, right? Which can be a massive headache sometimes. Believe you and me, right? It's not as easy as it sounds when anyone's saying you it is. But I made the choice because I wanted to create an impact for others. I wanted to have something that I could look back on in 10, 15 years and look at all these different people that I've helped and made an impact in their lives. And wouldn't it be a shame if what I was able to provide them wasn't good enough, or it wasn't set out, there wasn't like almost a curriculum or processes and systems in place to make sure these people got the results. That's the biggest thing there. You might have an amazing idea and you can get the results yourself, but if you can't present that to other people, it's going to be so much harder for them to get there as well. Which is why I wanted to touch back on what Josh Brown had to say yesterday. And when I took a look again earlier today, I just thought, do you know what? This guy's got something there, It's, even if you've got smaller numbers, it doesn't matter. You don't need to go and sell 2,000-3,000 units of your product or service. If you can get a small handful of people getting results, that could be more powerful than a couple of hundred people or a couple of thousand people who go ahead and buy but don't get results. Just think about that for a second. So I want to refer you back to the interview that I had yesterday. I want to make sure that you do go and check the links there, get into Josh's Facebook group and just engage a little bit, right? Especially if you are starting to get some results with affiliate marketing. And yeah, it's great posting results and inspirational, motivational posting to show the earnings that you've got. And I'm sure the wheels are turning in your head thinking, yeah, I do need to put something out there and start doing, whether it be one-on-one coaching or develop a product or service or course or this, that, the other, right? If you can't present it in a way that gets people results, you are on a loser straight away. That's why I need you to go and check out Josh. Yeah, I'm sure you'll love this promo, by the way. I'm going to send him a message in a minute and say, yeah, I bigged you up big time today, guy. Check it out. Anyway, I'm going to finish off now, but this is super important. It is a strong message, and I hope you take notice of it, and I will catch you all again tomorrow.